light in us, light we cannot see, light we only feel, light that we are from the moment we were born, light that decides to surge out of our very existence when the whole world turns pitch dark. Well, that's light. And then there's life. Life, simply put, is two things: what happens to you and what happens for you. In context, these two are nothing but one intertwined fact, with a little help from a change of perspective. The switch where everything that happens to you happens for you is all up to you. You decide what you do with what happens to you on this very limited, precious time we have been granted on earth as individual, unique beings with our very own light. Nothing happens without reason, and nothing happens without an anticipated effect. With every choice we make, we are closer to what we are meant to be. That said, every accident is fate. Fate is all us, perhaps with a little nudge from the universe. Maybe it is the light in us that guides us when we are lost, like the evening star being a compass to a sailor lost at sea. Whatever it is, we all feel it. It precisely demands to be felt, embracing our souls, and dwells deep down where we exist the most. In painting, there are very audacious elements that every artist eventually master: color, value, tone. None of these exists without the other. For instance, every color has its own value and tone. Some colors add darkness and depth so that the light will shine even brighter. Darkness and light cannot exist without the other. I mean, what would you call light if there's no darkness? Theoretically, life is another painting. Some days are just dark. Others, we feel light outside our bones. Every feeling that we go through, every thought we create in our minds creates contrast, vibrancy, and ultimately the masterpiece that we all are. That being said, aren't we all artists in some very subtle way? Today's art episode is all about embodying you. Most people rant about how we should be ourselves, but nobody dares to raise the question, how? Embodying you is not only to be yourself. It is a journey where we realize who we are now, who we want to be, and understanding that there is indeed an extravagantly meticulous metamorphosis in order to embody the highest version of yourself. When I say be yourself, I don't mean to be yourself that you are right now, but to be the highest possible version of you that you could ever imagine. That is who you should embody. And now, the important question: how? I'd start by understanding who we are right now at this very moment. realizing our strengths and weaknesses at the same time, and identifying what we like and don't about ourselves. For the sake of clarity, let's say the journey of embodying can be achieved in 4 steps. Step 1: Want. Even if you're not in a position to embody your higher self, if you're able to realize that there is more to you than what you are already there. You see, the thing about light is nobody can actually see it. Even when it is inside you, even you will never see it. The light doesn't just come up to you one random Tuesday and say, "Hey, I'm here." You need to first want to be more and believe in the light, even if you feel nothing at all. Because the moment you start yearning and believing is the moment you start embodying. Step 2: Feel. Humans are blessed with the ability to feel, the capacity to feel emotions, being aware of their presence, and not letting them control you. This is a superpower. We call it emotional intelligence. Wanting to embody is merely the first step. The second is a bit tricky. You need to feel the person who you are becoming at the very core of your soul, perhaps even deeper. You need to lay flowers at the grave of the person you once were. Be grateful for them every step of the journey of finding the highest you. And embrace what you feel. Embrace the change. Embrace the light. When you start believing, it will never stay hidden for long. When the light decides to actually show up, acknowledge, appreciate, and feel. Because the light is you, and it is here to help you, guide you to your highest. Step 3: Act. Then the actual work begins, because being delusional will get you nowhere other than a mental hospital, of course. Embodying demands both belief and action. You need to behave, build habits that your best self would do, and quit on the things they won't. It might seem overwhelming at first, but what we are striving for is progress, and certainly not perfection. Remember that little progress is still better than nothing at all. Change is in the minute details. The more the details, the more realistic a painting becomes. So, start by changing how you weave yourself. Bury your insecurities because they don't exist anymore. Build self-care because self-love is the fuel that will get you through this journey. Take a moment and think about your childhood. Child you definitely thought about where you are now. They were excited to grow up and be you. They deserve everything they dreamed of achieving. They want you to be happy. They had a vision for you. And what are you doing about it now? Do they deserve excuses from the person they dreamed of growing up? If child you and adult you met, would their eyes gleam with pride or disappointment? Always look up to your childhood. Look up to them here and now, because they're there within you to teach you and to remind you who you are. Action starts from your daily routine. Change a little thing about your day. For instance, allocate time for a self-care treat, or listen to music, perhaps read a book, do a sport, clean your bed. Whatever the change you make sure to keep that change through the days. Apparently, action is not about burdening yourself. It's about enjoying what you do. It's not all hard work, but smart and rewarding work. Suppose that your past self spent hours studying continuously. You can make it better and enjoyable by taking regular productive breaks and maybe have time for a little hobby in between. Whatever it is in life, you get only one chance to live as you. Nothing and no one is worth draining yourself. As a matter of fact, action is all about unburdening. Not doing the things that you don't like, doing the things you should do in a more rewarding way. Cutting down on unhealthy behaviors, doing more of the things that matter to you, and establishing a healthy and wholesome relationship with yourself. Step 4. Resonate. This is the final and the hardest step of embodying. By now, you have done all the work to become the light within you. Simply put, you are this blazing, out of this world light. Now, what if that light is just too much to the people around you? Would you dare dim yourself just so their eyes won't hurt? Would you dare dim your light just to make others comfortable and bearable? To resonate is to claim. Claim the light you had sacrificed your sweet old self to be. When you resonate at the highest frequency, that's when you repel what was draining and attract what amplifies your energy. So, be it people, jobs, situations, places that drained you, that stopped you to be better, you need to have courage to detach and let them all go to wherever they belong. I don't mean this in an egoistic way. I mean it with utmost self-respect. Always remember, your self-respect to both your old and new self should be way more infinite than the love you give to others. Because at the end of the day, you deserve to be loved with the same love you give up to the world. When you repel what was draining you, you channel back the energy you gave them, your own energy in the rawest form. Because what they took was never theirs to begin with, and it will always find its way back to you. Here's the magic in this. You attract what you are, not what you think or what you say. The law of attraction is about embodying what you want to attract. Well, not because you want to attract, but because you want to be at your highest. If you are good, then goodness is what you attract. The same goes for the other side as well. At the end of this journey of embodying, you attract places, situations, people that have the ability to see you for what you have become. You won't have to dim your light. Even when you shine the brightest, your light will be home to them. So, do it for yourself. Embody. Embody the light. Embody you.